Hello viewers, this is Quinn, that snazzy iPhone guy, and this is my very first iPhone 4 case review, and boy is it a sad one. This is a video review of the Griffin Reveal for iPhone 4. Now this case was purchased by myself, it was not sent for review. I bought it at Best Buy this morning. It was $24.95 with shipping and tax, with tax. It was like $26.12 or something like that. Not a bad price point, but there are a few things that are crucially wrong with this case, and I'm going to go over them with you here. Now, if you remember the original Reveal, it was a superb case. I gave it almost a flawless rating. Now, basically what the case was a hard plastic shell, which has been retained in this 3GS, or excuse me, this iPhone 4 model, and it had a plastic strip around it. Now, on the original version of the Reveal, this strip was, it was very, very tough plastic that was overlaid by plastic. I mean, very, very tough rubber overlaid by plastic. So it was a very hard case. This has kind of gone a different direction, and I'm not sure I'm too big a fan of it. It still has the plastic clear backing, which I adore. It is superb. There's a few things I gotta complain about, but I mean, I really, really like the overall design of the backing, this kind of clear but tough protection. This band around is really, really jelly rubber. It's not quite the definition of silicone, but it stretches and it attracts lint, and that is a huge, huge no-no for me. I hate cases that eat up lint, and the Reveal is one of them. So this is really sad, and because of this, it doesn't grasp a tight grip around the phone. Now, why does this matter? Lint gets down inside between the phone and this plastic backing, creating a really linty, disgusting looking background, and that's just not pretty on your new iPhone 4. So we're going to wipe off the iPhone 4, we're going to wipe off the inside of the Reveal so you can kind of get a better picture of it without lint and without dust. So this little rubber thing, you just pull over it. You can even snap it in, and it goes really nicely. It feels fantastic. There's not much bulk that is added. It feels very, very comfy in your hand, and there's actually a gap between the rubber and the plastic. It gives this kind of tougher grip, and at the same time it protects the back from scratches. Now this is a huge problem. This scratches like crazy. Now right now you can see that there's a rainbow effect. Now I hate the rainbow effect with a dirty passion, but you're going to get the rainbow effect unless there's lint inside there. So once you use it for a day, you're not going to have the rainbow effect, but you're going to have lint and dirt and all this garbage inside trapped between the iPhone and this plastic backing. Now, as you can see, it is already scratched badly. This is one day of use. It's not like I'm scraping it against sandpaper. It's normal use, going in and out of my pocket. And that's a complaint I had with the original Reveal, but it's even worse on this case. You can just see scratches everywhere, and it just doesn't look good when you have a dirty looking case. Now, because it's this clear backing, it's just like the back of the black iPhone, which is horrible, and it takes a huge amount of fingerprints onto its shell. Now, I do have a little bit more moist hands, so I do run into more fingerprints than the average person, but it's still pretty bad. If you go around the case, you will see the Griffin logo over here on the top. You have the power slash sleep wake button, which works perfectly, and you still get a very nice crisp button feel. You have the headphone jack, which is fully accessible, and if it isn't, this silicone kind of peels up, so you can use non-recessed headphones with this. The external mic has a little cutout as well. Around the side, we have the two volume buttons, which also feel very, very button-like. I love the response. This is left open, but not by a lot. It still has very easy access, but it's not in the, wow, I can speak English. I'm not worried about it getting scratched or dented or anything like that. We go down to the bottom here. You can see the 30-pin dock connector, which works, has a large cutout, so it works with all little 30-pin dock connectors. And then there's a cutout for the microphone and the speaker. Now, here is my complaint about this case. I'm going to show you a picture, actually 2 sets of pictures I took. And, on the back, there's the cutout for the camera hole and the cutout for the flash. Now, I am not sure what has caused this problem, but I know I'm not the only one, because I did go to Griffin Tech's Twitter feed, and they said they're aware of this problem, and when they don't have the phone, since this was available launch day, they didn't have a real iPhone to test it out. Which means there can be serious defects in it, and the Griffin Reveal does have that. I don't know if Griffin is going to issue a recall. I don't know if they're going to fix this, but right now it is horrible. And it's worse the further away you get. Now, the flash is a great addition to the iPhone 4, but not if you can't use it. This is a picture taken with the flash in a pretty dark room of some speaker equipment that I have. Now, once I slide over, this is without the case on, okay? So there is flash, no case. When I slide over, that is with the case on. Something about this, either the flash doesn't penetrate through, or this little cutout causes it to reflect into the lens, or this whole backing causes a reflection. I don't know what it is, but it creates a horrid reflection. That's the same picture. This is without the case. This is with the case. Okay? Now we'll go to a closer up object. This is a bottle of soap without the case in a very, very dark bathroom, might I add. Without the case, with the case. Without, with. Now, for some of you, you may not care, but for me, I just paid $25 for this. I didn't get a screen protector. And when I try and use the camera, I can't because the flash gets in the way. That pisses me off. I don't feel like this back was quite as good. Maybe it's not because it's curvaceous. Maybe that helped with the iPhone 3GS's design. I don't know. But this flat back doesn't quite do it for me. It gets more fingerprints than the old Reveal. It scratches pretty much as easily, which is a lot. There's a little bit of lay table design on the front of the phone, which is nice, but there's no way to cover this camera lens. There's no way to cover the ambient light sensors. There's no screen protector included. And this rubber is bad. It's not tough, thick rubber we've seen on a lot of iPhone cases. It is, dare I say, very close to silicone. And when that's in your pocket, it pulls out tons of lint, tons of nasty stuff. And it just isn't a good case. I understand they didn't have the iPhone 4 to make and design this case, but I'm really disappointed because I loved the original Reveal for the iPhone 3G and 3GS. But Griffin couldn't pull it out of their hat for the iPhone 4. Maybe they'll redo it, maybe they'll issue a recall, but I'm done with this case. I'm returning it after I end this video, and I'm taken aback. I can't give it anything better than a 3 out of 10. That is possibly the worst I've ever given a product. Yeah, it's cheap. Considerably. It's probably one of the only cases you can actually find that aren't sold out. I bought this at Best Buy. It was fine. I was really excited, way more excited than the iFrog's Lux and iFrog's Lux. What is it? The Lux Light or something like that. I'm probably going to go back and buy one of those. I want a candy shell badly, but they're only available at AT&T stores. And the Spring Mobile Communications is very popular here in Utah, and they're like AT&T's authorized reseller. There is only one AT&T store locally in my area. There's tons of Spring stores, but only one AT&T store. And since AT&T has the spec candy shell for the first 60 days or something like that, that's the only place you can get one. And as I was walking into the store today, the lady grabs it off the rack, the very last one. I was like, no! So, no candy shell for me. At least not for a few weeks. I don't know. But you know, it's not because I bought this case. It's not because I didn't receive it for review that I'm bashing it. I would bash it if I did receive it for review because it's not a good case. They didn't do a good job with it. Too much lint. Too many fingerprints. This rainbow effect. It fits beautiful. It feels very nice. But it just isn't good. They didn't do it perfectly. And they need to utilize the iPhone 4's features like the flash. If the flash isn't going to work, that is a serious problem for Griffin. So, you know, 3 out of 10. Don't buy this case. $24.95 at Best Buy or GriffinTech.com. And I can't say that I recommend it. This is Quinn, That Snazzy iPhone Guy, returning the Griffin Reveal to my local Best Buy. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to New York in a few days. Maybe I'll pick up the band case from Apple if they have one, but very disappointing. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this video. And as always, stay snazzy. See you later, folks.